Atheism is a doctrine or belief that there is no God. It is a disbelief in the existence of a supreme being.
What are your views on atheism?
I'm against it because I'm Catholic. And
people can believe whatever they want, right? And as Catholics, we believe in God, and that's just who we are. But some people, they don't believe in anything because, I don't know, something might have happened to them in the past. That's why they don't believe in God anymore, or any spiritual, whatever, beings or stuff.
it's what they believe in, because I think I'm right for believing in God, because that's what I believe in. So
I hope they do things for the right reasons, because the people who are religious bound do things for kind of like the wrong reasons.
Views on atheism.
What? Atheism?
Yeah.
Well, I think that it's pretty extreme to imagine that this was all created just by people. So I do believe that there is a higher power, and I actually practice Hinduism. I believe more in that tradition. I believe in spirituality more than religion. So I think atheists are really extremists because they're saying there's no God, which is different than the other one where people who are agnostic. They just sort of prefer not to be involved. So, yeah, that's that.
We all, as human beings, we all have the right to believe in the one true God. I believe atheism is where people don't believe in God, meaning God at all.
That's a tough one. I don't have anybody I associate with who are atheism, so I don't know anything about it. All I know about it is that it's a person who doesn't believe in God.
I think atheism, I don't know, like, from a personal point of view, I think it's wrong. I mean, like, people who have no religion, no beliefs, what are they living for?
you know what? I'm a Christian and I love God, and you know what? I think those people are dumb.
How would finding out that God does not exist affect the way you live your life? Would you have any regrets?
I think it would have been extremely different. I don't think it would have been worse, right? And I don't necessarily think that the world would be any more atheist. Right? Maybe our history would have been a little bit less violent, but I think somewhere along the line there would have been maybe another Jesus and Mary, or at least another revolution idea.
Well, I don't think it would have existed. I think, you know, that's beyond my imagination to even to conceive of a world without God. Yeah.
Full of flatland, maybe. I believe creation, creation or the world came about from no one person but God. And there's been so many proofs pertaining to that. I believe that's why it's so mighty and so huge that everybody finds a way, or religion finds a way, every religion finds a way to take a bit of that glory. It's too...
I think it'd be pretty boring. You pretty much won't know like what is right, what is wrong. You know, it'd be like as the world is already corrupted, it'd be like 10 times worse or even more. You know, people won't know the difference between what is right and what's wrong. That's pretty much it.
I cannot imagine that point at all, because even when I was still young, I was already imagining things according to the shape that there is God. I could not for an instant believe that there is no God, because to me that would be dark and chaotic. It doesn't square. If there is no God, what is the purpose of life? There will be no purpose, no meaning, you know, no color of life.
How do you feel about Freud claiming that God is an invention that satisfies a deep-seated human emotional craving for authority?
I don't think that. Nothing like that.
I think God does exist, right? And I think he's a force. He's an energy, and when people say that he's just an invention of people, just to, you know, be able to make, God makes people feel more secure about themselves.
That may be true, but if it works, if it's making people happy and making people live more productive lives, then it's a good invention.
True. True. If you go back into psychology and refer to the books, yeah, true. I feel it's a made-up line. Human beings, yes, crave for attention. Human beings need a security net, something which covers some of our emotions that we cannot control. But it gives us no satisfaction to think that all these came about by our own strength. We've seen how technology has evolved, from the UJ's camera to that camera. So there's something that have made us, or made it possible for all this to evolve. Why do I strongly believe that there was a God before us? The most uniform things that used to work in the olden days aren't here now, and yet we are still doing very, very well. But anything that we use today came off what was previously created. Okay, so I believe that God started all of this.
Well, I guess I don't believe that, because I believe in God, because He created the world. Therefore, I believe in Him, and that's who I worship. I don't go after scientists, research and all that, because the world didn't came about by just appearing. There's a creator, and that's who I believe in, and that's who I worship.
Those people I think are atheists. You say the people who say that God is just an invention, those people are atheists.
Okay. God, according to some people, is an invention, and it's just a desire for some authority over their lives. Actually, that rings true in a sense, because God actually put a vacuum in the heart of man to look for some spirituality. God put in the heart of every human being to look for something that is higher in spiritual authority. You with me? Are you with me? Yeah. Because God wants us to know Him. The truth of the matter is this. God is not an invention, because like everything that you see, somebody created it, or at least made it. For example, the chairs that you see, everything that you see, somebody made it. That camera, you know, this table, this seat here, this seat, and all these elements here. Do you think they just existed? Do you think, oh man, this was not here yesterday, now it's here? No, it can't claim that, because everything that you see here, somebody is behind it.